All right, everybody, welcome back to the Driveway Engineer. I'll show you what we got going on today. A little bit boring, but I'm going to take care of the interior here in this C10 Darrow. I have some butyl Dynamat type material. I have a new vinyl floor. I have an old seat. I have a new seat cover. The seat in it is the rear seat out of an Avalanche, and I got kind of fascinated with the idea. There's a leather version with like a bow tie on the headrest. So I got kind of fascinated with the idea of doing that, and I started looking in the yard. One day I found this, and it looks nice. It's got this cool armrest, but really it's a piece of crap, and I hate it. It's too low. The angle back here is all jacked up. That's on me for mounting it, but I don't like the seat, and I would prefer the older style seat. And of course I don't have any flooring, so I need to address that, get it kind of quieted down, get the seat belts back in it. It's just time to do some of the more boring stuff. You know, I'm not going to do it today, but get the grill surround on it, get the HVAC controls into it. There's like nothing wrong with the heater, I just don't have the controls in it or wired. So yeah, I'm gonna start by taking all this miscellaneous crap that I've been riding around with for 2 or 3 years out, and this seat out. And it was sunny, but now it's not. Hopefully it's warm enough though that the seat's dried. I took it down to the car wash and blew all the mold off of it. I trimmed all the loosey-goosey cover off of it. Looks like it's still wet. I laid this out in the sunshine. It laid down nice and flat, so I think it'll install okay. I don't know about the seat though, but it might have to sit up here on the tailgate for another day or two. Hopefully it doesn't rain. But yeah, I'm gonna get started. I'll bring you back when I have the seat out and we start laying down. I have the butyl and I have the foam. I'll show you guys the foam because that's kind of a key mistake that people make when they're trying to sound deaden things. So I'll bring you guys back. In YouTube time it'll be, you know, 1 second. In JR time it'll be 5 hours and 4 busted bolts and whatever. We'll see you guys shortly though. All right, so seats out, 2 pieces, threw it over there. Here's the results of some fine POR 15, and I know the internet's going to say there's poor prep work. I don't care. I don't want to hear it. Doesn't matter. This whole cab was wire wheeled. That floor pan was replaced. It was either rusty or metal etched, roughed up like it's supposed to be. The directions were followed. You can see it's peeled off over there. You can see it continued rusting over here. And this is typical of my results with it again and again and again. You can see it's still on a trans tunnel mostly. It's bubbled up a little bit in the middle, but whatever. I'll wire wheel this shit again, you know, reclaim all my lost tools, throw all this garbage away. And it's starting to rain right now, but I'm gonna go ahead and keep working, wire wheel this, vacuum it out, and we'll go from there. I'll bring you back when that's done. We'll see how bad that is. I don't think it's that bad, but since I POR 15 and wire wheeled in POR 15 this thing 5 years ago, and it's never been outside in the winter, it's never been driven in the winter, it's never been driven in the rain, it's never had wet feet, muddy feet, anything like that in it. It's real disappointing to see that. So we'll be back. All right, it's fully raining now. It's awesome. I ground all the bad areas down, covered it up, painted it with some Rust-Oleum. All right, so next day, painted. We ground all that smooth, brushed on some Rust-Oleum. This is Noico 80mm, whatever, Dynamat, whatever you want to call it. It is the same as peel and stick. It's all just different thicknesses. This stuff is 80 mils thick. It's pretty thick in the grand scheme of things. You do not need 100% coverage with this. Its main function is to stop that from being tinny and stop it from vibrating. and stopping high frequencies. Blocking noise is not what this stuff does, and that's like the 100% thing that I see people do just way too much, is they go wall to wall, or they go 2 or 3 layers, and it's not necessary. I'm going to put one more. I ran out. I'm going to put one more there, and probably 2 or 3 on the roof, and that's that. What does block sound, since you asked, is mass. And mass, like, can be dirt, it can be shoddy material like this. This came with my vinyl floor from ACC. What works most effectively in an automotive environment is closed cell foam like this. This is from Noico, same as the butyl. This is the stuff that kills sound. If you had a studio, something like that, a weird torture chamber, you're trying to block sound, you would use Noico, not this stuff. If you ever seen a studio, you don't see any of this on the wall, but you will see that, and it's in like cones to break up the sound waves. So I'm also going to do the inside of the doors, but again, these are not my real doors, so I'm not going to worry about that. And I'm not going to worry about the roof right now. I don't have a headliner to put in it. I have a headliner. I need to recover it. But probably tomorrow, I'm going to come out here, put the foam in, put the shoddy down, put the floor down, trim it up, and I'll probably bring you guys back then. So again, don't need 100% coverage on the Dynamat type product. So that brings us to the money shot of sound deadening. This stuff's called mass loaded vinyl, and what this does is actually dampens sound. It blocks sound. This is the stuff that you'll find inside a recording studio. And 100% coverage here would be very effective. It's not necessary, and I used what I had and spaced it out, and whatever, I'm lazy and I overlapped it in some places, and you know, didn't bother to cut it. But this is the money maker. So the next thing to go in will be that shoddy, and then the actual vinyl floor itself. So the windows are down. We're going 60 miles an hour, and this thing is quiet. I don't hear any of the exhaust and the drone and the high frequency stuff. Obviously there's wind noise from the windows, and there will be until I put the real doors on and fix that, but this has made a dramatic improvement. I feel like I'm driving my Ram. This is amazing. I think that I got frustrated. I cut too much off and I screwed the floor up right there. There's a few flaws in this, but that mass loaded vinyl really made the difference. I think that I skipped over some of the video. I'll put some pictures in. I know I took pictures along the way. This is like a pleasant cruise now, whereas before it was like an echo chamber in here. I could probably sit in this truck all day. I bet you guys can hear me. I bet I don't have to mess with the audio. I'll put a note whether or not I did, but I bet I don't. It's amazing. So, butyl, mass loaded vinyl, some kind of floor covering, some juke. Change the whole dynamic of your old car. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time on The Driveway Engineer.